Well, John Browning, welcome back to another great episode of, your podcast. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. Because we've got a really cool topic to discuss today.
We do, and I'm just about ready to reveal it to our audience, John.
All right.
So my youngest son, Jeremy, he's 23 now, but when he was a teenager, he dabbled with some magic. He learned some card tricks and some sleight of hand and different things. And everybody loves magic. And so that's what I want to talk about today is magic, because you have some magic money-making triangles that you talk about.
That's right. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, these are very complicated, very difficult things to understand, Michael. This is a tough concept. So everybody get ready for some really insightful magic.
All right. Put your eyes on the screen.
So I actually do a whole seminar on this. If you want it, by the way, just send me a message. You can get all my information if you just text LIFE, L-I-F-E, the word LIFE to 21,000. You get all of my information. And if you ask for it, I'm happy to send you my sort of beginner's guide to getting started with building your life, not your portfolio. So you don't have to have anything. You don't have to have a dime to your name. And I think you'll get some benefit out of this. And I explain money-making triangles on that.
All right. So text LIFE, L-I-F-E to what?
21,000.
All right. Text LIFE.
Yeah.
21,000. And I did that the other day. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not going to tell people what they get because it's magical.
It's magical.
Text
That's right.
LIFE to 21,000, and you're not going to get any spam messages from John or anything. Just check it out. It's really cool. Talk to us about magic money-making triangles.
Yeah. So what I talk about in this whole seminar, it's like a 5-day challenge type of thing. We go through a lot of different things, but one of the key things is money-making triangles. And there's 3 points to a triangle, right? So the first point in any of these magic money-making triangles is, number one, you pay attention. Okay, because a lot of us just don't, because we go on with our daily lives and we're without paying attention. You don't realize it, but you are losing money. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. And then number two, the second one, so down here is look and find. So actually taking the time to pay attention, then look and find it. And then number three, when you find it, you actually have to take action and save and make money. So that's the concept. And I'll give you some very practical ideas as to how to apply that.
Okay.
So first thing, top of the triangle.
Okay.
Look at your credit card statements. Actually go through them. You'd be surprised. Not that many people do. They just kind of get it. They pay the bill.
Yeah.
And look at your bank statement. A lot of people just don't realize that. You know those little things that you sign up for? And it costs $1.99 a month or $10.99 or $25.99, whatever. I think the funniest one to me is one of these credit rating services. I signed up for it. And it happens to me too, by the way. I signed up for it. What I forgot about was that they were charging me. This is a credit thing. They were charging me like $25 a month. I think this is back away. So I think it's come down now, but still, they will do this for that extra special version of the credit reporting service or whatever, which, by the way, you can get all that stuff for free. I'm happy to go through how you can do that.
Yep.
But I was sure every single month times 12, how much is that every year, right? So look at your credit card statement, find all the stuff that, oh goodness, who are some of the worst ones? Like Apple does this. I'm not saying you should get rid of them all. If you're actually using them, fine. If they get value from them, fine. But I think a lot of people find that they can just make a phone call. They pay attention. They see it. Oh, I'm not even using that anymore. Make that phone call, cancel it. You save that number times 12 if it's a monthly charge.
Yeah.
It can be, a substantial amount of money, especially if you're just getting started and you're in that, just got that first job. So pay attention, look and find, and then take that money and do one of two things with it. And we've talked about both of these in different podcasts. One is If you have this horrible thing called debt, use that money, extra money you made every month, and pay down that debt.
Yep.
Number two, open up an account and start saving that. I don't care if it's $1.99 charge that you're saving $1.99. Wherever you're starting, just start.
Yep.
So that is money making triangle number one.
Mm-hmm. And you have many others.
And I have several others that we can go through. There are just all sorts of ways to find money that you didn't realize that you had. Even things like, and we've talked about this before too, a lot of folks when they start out, especially, again, this kind of goes to more starting out, but then again, it applies to me. Every once in a while, I do this. I take my credit card statements. I'm like, how did that start? I don't even know sometimes. But the other thing is, you pay attention when you sign up for all that paperwork that you do when you get a new job. And especially when it's your first job, you have no idea what you're signing. They put all these papers, got to sign them. And by the way, you need to start work in half hour.
Yeah.
Yes. The answer is yes, I will do this, but you're not going to read all that stuff, right?
Right.
So going back and examining what it is that you signed, and did you sign up for the right retirement plan? Take time, ask them, and they generally will give it to you. Time to look over that 401k. What should I opt into? What should I not opt into?
Yeah.
Talk with somebody from Guardian Rock Wealth, myself, or somebody else that's qualified to help you through that. And I don't charge people anything for that kind of stuff. I like helping people out. So that's just paying attention, taking the time, finding it, and then saving it the right way. We talked about how you title accounts, what type of accounts you set up. All that's super important, especially compounded over time. It's another money-making triangle.
It is. Wow. Yeah, these aren't complex, but they're like we talked about last time. It helps you have a clear mindset, which is what we talked about last week, right? But money-making triangles are great ways to understand how we can do things, and that's something that anybody can pay attention to your bills. Look at your credit. Honestly, I can't tell you the last time I looked at my credit card bill, John.
I know.
Guilty. So I'm going to print one out. I'm going to look at it, and there'll probably be a couple charges there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can take that money and save it. To build a portfolio in a life, you don't need to be investing thousands of dollars a month. You can be investing $100 a month if that's what you can find.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you start young. The younger you start, the better it's going to be, most likely.
I have an appointment today with a 20-year-old, and we're going to get him started.
Beautiful.
So many people don't ever get started, or don't get started until they're 30, 40. Yeah. They start thinking about it.
Or you do like we did. We started young, and then we had kids, so we stopped because we couldn't do it while we had kids, right? And now we're old, and we're like, oh, and so now we're starting again, and we were not consistent. Would have been much better if I would have said, I'm going to slow it down. I'm just not going to ever stop it. Even if it goes down to $50 a month.
Yeah.
I'm still putting something in. But I didn't have you around in my life back then, John.
Well, here's the thing. I got to admit that, I wish I had done the same thing. And that's why I try and teach it to as many people as I can, because I wish I had done the same thing as well.
Yes, I get it. But understanding money-making triangles and having a financial wizard in your court. How about that?
I like it.
There you go. John's a financial wizard. He has his little magic wand. He has his crystal ball. But really what he has is a heart to serve and to have a conversation with you around you and your family and your life. So reach out to him, guardianrockwealth.com. Ask him about his magic money-making triangles, because he has many of them. Ask him about his Amazon best-selling book, How to Build a Life, Not Just a Portfolio. And ask him a few questions about your situation and build a relationship there, because that's really, John, how you work is through relationships and helping people get to where they want to go but have fun in the process so they can build a life, not just a portfolio. So if they, want to buy that Corvette, that's great. Was that this episode or last episode? I don't know.
That was the last episode. We talked about the mid-engine Corvette.
Mid-engine Corvette, yes. Where was the engine in a Corvette? In the back?
No, it was in the front. It was in the front. It had a 40 to 60, 40 with a normal size driver, which would not be me. In the driver's seat, it was 40% up front, 50% to the, or 60% up front, 40% in the back. And they really wanted to get that extra 10%. So they put the engine in the middle of the car, which oddly enough took a lot of engineering.
Yeah.
A long time to figure that out.
That's interesting. I remember there was a mid-engine car, the first mid-engine car that I remember. I can't think of the name of it. It was not a hot rod. They marketed it as a hot rod. It was not a hot rod.
Okay.
So I hope the Corvette is a hot rod. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about triangles. Money-making triangles. You don't have to figure them out because John's done all the work for you. Just reach out to him, guardianrockwealth.com, or even faster, take out your phone right now. If you're listening to this podcast on the phone, just text LIFE, LIFE, to 21,000, and you'll get John's electronic business card and a couple other fun things. So I'm not going to reveal to you what you're going to get, but it's really cool. I did it. You're not going to get a bunch of spam and junk. It's really cool. It's a great way to connect with John and see a fun little video there too as well. So text LIFE to 21,000, or just go to guardianrockwealth.com, reach out to John Browning, have a conversation, and ask him about his magic money-making triangles. John, this has been fun.
It has been.
I'm just
thank you.
Looking forward to seeing the rabbit come out of that hat. We got to get you a hat first, though, I guess. So.
That's true. True. I need a hat.
Brother, good being with you. I look forward to our conversation again next week. Take care and go help some more people.
All right. Will do. We'll see you.